It takes a god to defeat a GOAT. That's a great win by CleffTheGod. Can he finish it out? We've seen him in this position before. Can he finish it out versus the 16-year-old Dusty?
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it right here to start the game off. Dusty, the one thing that we know about Dusty, he has the most impressive run defense out of the entire field. Clef is not going to be able to do what he did against Dreeny and get a bunch of big runs against Dusty. Dusty is blowing all these runs up in the backfield. Clef is going to have to laser down the field if he wants to win this game.
Yeah, and I thought there was going to be a dot, but unable to get his feet in. Is bringing up a 3rd and 13. Long yardage situation. CleffTheGod is tough. Like he said, he has to keep that momentum, that energy. He has to lock in just like he's playing Dreeny. And it's tough when you're playing against somebody that obviously he's going to be the favorite in this game. He cannot let this slip away like he's done in the past. Had Noah steal the Madden Challenge Championship belt from him.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Chat, do not sleep. Just because Clef is the favorite and just because he just beat the new GOAT does not mean that he's a guaranteed bookend to win this game. Dusty's not just going to give him this game. He's going to have to earn it. And Dusty's already come out and gotten an early stop.
Whoa. I mean, you said that with real ease. You said new GOAT. You stamped it already? It's official? I mean, he didn't go 4 for 4.
It's official. I've seen enough. Even in that game,
you saw enough. You saw the
character.
Okay.
You saw the character. You can see what Dreeny was made of. Dreeny would not go away. As much as Clef kind of just kept fighting and all that stuff, Dreeny wouldn't go away. That is the sign of a true champion, a true GOAT, and somebody that's just special. And so, I mean, shout out to his run. He deserves all the praise in the world.
And he's the new GOAT in your eyes. That's it.
New GOAT.
It's not even debatable.
GOAT.
Hang it up. It's over. New GOAT.
New GOAT. Put a stamp on it. Go ahead and put that stamp on it.
All right. I'll say okay.
So
Here we
got
go.
Dusty running. He's running a similar offense as Clef in this game. Clef is running that trips tight end offset. Dusty's going to be in this trips tight end offset. We'll see who's going to run it better. It's really going to be who can run it better.
One thing we know about Clef is going to adjust.
And he comes out and throw an early dot. Nice little hitch, nice little dot. And those are the kind of plays that you have to set up when you're playing MUT Draft. You have to set up those little baby dots. It can't be everything downfield. If you're going to play from the pocket, it has to be little simple hitches, baby hitches, flat routes. All those little baby dots is what's going to help you to have success on offense.
You know, and not to mention all these guys, both of these guys making it to the bowl, but also they're fighting to be a captain in the bowl. So it's a lot at stake right here.
Yeah, I mean, it's the first game in a while where we haven't had an automatic captain so far because guys were just in finals against Dreeny and they were automatic captains. So now we're not just watching a game where it's who can be the Xbox Madden Challenge champion, but now we get to find out who's going to win that captain spot, who's going to control their destiny in Madden mode. And Clef just plays great defense on that 1st and 10, had everything absolutely bagged. And one thing we saw in his previous game against Dreeny was that Clef is a great adjuster. For a while, Dreeny was just getting kind of whatever he wanted. He just couldn't score in the red zone. And then eventually everything started to become harder and harder for him because Clef was just adjusting to every little thing that he just got used to what Dreeny was running. Great defense.
Nice play.
Randy Moss making a play. Does he stop and go on? Gets inside the red zone at the 15-yard line. Randy Moss, the GOAT receiver.
And that's what makes that formation so tough to stop. The spacing and trips tight end. It's hard to cover everything, especially when they start being dedicated to those hitches and curls.
Yeah, that's really, you're absolutely right. That's the thing that makes this offense go. Trips tight end, those little baby dots, little hitches and curls and little baby out routes and stuff like that. Those are the things that really make trips tight end go. And we're seeing some gap shoots of our own from CleffTheGod, showing that he not only can he do it, but he can do it too.
Oh, Lucky Lucian, cool out, my guy. Now, you one of my guys. You gonna speak that? That's crazy. He said, Bugs, can you see CleffTheGod being Dreeny, then losing the Dusty right here? Can you see it?
I mean, that happens so often. Like, stuff like that happens all the time, where guys, they come off those emotional highs, those big wins, where they have a crazy game, and then they kind of had that let down game in the next game because you just came off a great high. You had to beat Drini. You had to beat Drini, and in his run, he was on a 34-game winning streak, and you were the one to end that. Can you sustain it? So that definitely can happen.
Absolutely. CleffTheGod has to stay focused right here. 3rd and 10. He needs to get off the field. That's a nice playmaker. Does he get there first? No, he's short.
I mean, that was a great opening drive right there by Dusty. I mean, he's not looking rattled whatsoever by this moment, by having to play CleffTheGod. He went right downfield. That was even a great just ability to make a play right there, not making a bad read, playmaker in a guy, and giving himself a chance to get a first down in that spot.
Absolutely, and Dusty getting ball at half, making sure he picks up 3 right here. Just playing smart, not turning the ball over. When you get stops, you got to make sure you secure the ball and get some points out of it. Hey, man, whether you get 7, make sure I get 3 off of this turnover.
And look for in this second drive, one thing about Clef, he's also a guy he's a freestyler. He's definitely on his 106 in Park. He loves to freestyle and really kind of cook things up. If he feels like he's in the bag, he's going to switch it up. So don't be surprised if he swaps out of that trips tight end offset and goes to like a gun bunch or something like that, just to kind of switch things up and really kind of get his offense going.
I want to see if CleffTheGod can get his run game going versus Dusty, because no one has been able to run on Dusty, and maybe he wasn't prepared for it. Maybe that motion caught him off guard. But usually Dusty is in that backfield when he's handing off that ball.
Yeah, that's one thing about Dusty. He has shown that he has the best run defense. He hit almost every single run that Bam Scheming had in the backfield. He was just hitting them in the backfield consistently. Clef's first run, he hit him in the backfield. We'll see if he can continue to do that, or if Clef finds a run. He doesn't get it, does not get hit both feet in bounds. 3rd and 7 for CleffTheGod. Trying to get something going right now. Not looking the best so far offensively. He's looking a little bit rattled, looking a little bit shaky with what he's doing offensively.
Yeah, Dusty playing good defense, keeping good pressure on him, making them move out the pocket. Does he bring out the delay? That's bag. That's bag right there.
I mean, that's great defense once again by Dusty. The young kid playing great defense, giving us the thumbs up. He's feeling good right now. You've seen a little smirk from him, feeling extra confident. Clef is opting to go for it here. I think this is a mistake, user. This game it's a defensive mode. You don't want to go ahead and go for it early and give your opponent quick momentum. And he screamed at him off that edge and gets a stop.
Oh my goodness. Dusty is coming to play. He says, I don't care what CleffTheGod just did. I don't care that he just stopped the GOAT Drini in his tracks from going 4 for 4. At the end of the day, whoever was going to come out that top half was going to have to see Dusty, and you see he's prepared for it.
Yeah, he is looking good so far right now. I mean, he doesn't look like he can make a mistake. He just missed a laser. Yeah, he just missed a big dot right there. That was his opportunity to go ahead and get his 10-point lead and really try to take full control over this game.
Boy, everybody in the chat saying they done seen this before from CleffTheGod. Man, y'all better stop it. Yoshi, what's good?
Dusty comes right back out. He's just running his trips.
Oh, that's a hot curl. That's a hot curl.
He sent the guy a little bit too soon there. I didn't think he needed to send that guy. I don't think Clef needed to send that guy right there, because that guy was in perfect position to kind of guard that curl. But once he sent them, it was no way. Maybe he was trying to send them and then click on, but he was just unable to make a play.
CleffTheGod has to get on his hold door right now. He has to hold the door and make sure Dusty does not get 7, because if Dusty gets 7 and gets ball at half, it could be danger. Yeah, danger close.
This is huge right here for Clef to hold him to 3, because if he gives up 6, it could get scary, because he's not looking the best on offense. One thing, like I said, we know he's definitely going to freestyle and find something. just like Noah is with the run, where Noah's just going to find the run. Clef, he's just going to find the offense. He's going to find what he needs to run. Smart, patient dot right there by Dusty. Don't force anything. He just throws a flat. Great defense by CleffTheGod to just go ahead, hold him to 3. Now we got a 6-0 ball game, barring him making this field goal here. Does he have the field goal block juice? Can he come around this corner with Fitzpatrick and make a play?
No, Bugs. Only you the only one getting fluke stuff like that, man.
I mean, hey, look, never leave home without the 4-leaf clover, all right? Never. All right, make sure that thing is in your pocket, ready to go if you want to have success on blocking field goals. And the key is really kind of just knowing the proper PSI on that right trigger to make sure that you can get those consistent field goal blocks. As we check CleffTheGod and Dusty out in the Snickers.
And that's what you're going to tell people. And that's what you're going to tell people, huh?
I got to make it sound like I know what I'm doing.
And the crazy thing is you're really still trying to bluff the people like you clutched up, like you took skill to make that play. Mo said it best. It was fluke. You should have never been the Falcons Club champ.
I gotta make it sound like I know what I'm doing, baby.
The thing about it is he has guys open, but he does not have the ability on the quarterback. You know when he tries to throw that streak or any one of those lasers, that ball is going to sail, and he's not going to get the trajectory like he wants.
Yeah, he has Clef on another 3rd and 7 here, and you look at that vert hook that he put. Oh, he just switched into a man up, but he had him on a vert hook at first. I was about to say, that's the thing you want to keep your eye on that play. Well, that's risky to take that hit. I don't think he got the first down here, user.
That's 4th. 4th and 1.
And honestly, that was a very smart timeout by Clef. If you guys are wondering, why did he burn that timeout there? He burned that timeout because this is draft champs. He has to make sure he get his energy and stamina back up.
Oh, but he gets the first. That's great D by Dusty. Unfortunately, he gives him just what he needs to get that first down. And coming up at halftime, you know Kimmy is bringing the dump truck. Make sure y'all guys are being a positive force for good, and Kimmy gonna look out and get us a winner.
Man, we got the dump truck. I mean, honestly, I need that. I need that for myself. It's rough out here. You know, it's hard. It's hard to come by cars. Yeah, I need that.
Oh, absolutely.
Clef is going to really have to start. He has to bring some more of these baby dots. I don't think he intentionally kept that with his quarterback. I think that was an accident. I think he intended to hand the ball off there. It was never really there. I think he intended to hand that thing off.
Bringing up another 4th.
Another big 4th down. I mean, it's been scary hours for Clef all game long. He hasn't really been getting anything he wanted. He just gets an inaccurate throw on his end route. He gets stopped once again. Dusty's already across the 50 with an opportunity to put some more points on the board.
Oh my goodness, that was major because now Dusty, all he needs is about 7-8 yards. He can get 3, be up by 9 going in 2 possessions and get the ball at half.
Yeah, that's huge right here for Dusty, being able to get that. And smart to just step up in the pocket. Nothing really there. I think he was going to try to take off eventually. He just wasn't able to do it. These quarterbacks don't have escape artists. There's no abilities on draft champs. You're just playing. Everybody's out here just butt naked trying to make plays.
Absolutely. Fresh out the shower. Nothing on. And that's the difference. Dusty is hitching and curling the mess out of Clef and making sure Clef is respecting that. But that's Clef on the opposite end. He's not doing that.
Yeah, he's really kind of relying heavily on that PA crosser play where he has the crosser on the inner slot guy and then has a backside drag or a backside in route. That's really what he's kind of been relying on, whereas, like you said, Dusty, he has the curls. He had the curl right there, speaking of. Is he in field goal range? 36-yard line? I think he can. It's telling him to punt, but I'm pretty sure he can make this field goal right here. We'll see. You got Justin Tucker on the kick. Can Clef come around the corner? He cannot. Kick is up.
And it's good.
It's good. I didn't know what that was right there. Those one of the ones where you really don't know. You got to wait for the ticker to pop up the score.
Oh, yeah. CleffTheGod putting himself in dire situations, down by 2 possessions, 15 seconds before half. He has one timeout. He really, this is a time you can see somebody put themselves in a bad predicament, but it's 15 seconds. CleffTheGod, he can't afford to make any mistakes right here. Worst case scenario, just going to half 9-0.
He's motioning this guy here. He's probably going to have him on a streak and try to roll out and throw a crosser. He definitely has him on a crosser. He has a streak. He didn't throw anything up, just throws a drag, get as many yards as he can, goes out of bounds. And expect to see him do that once again. He's probably going to do that same exact setup to try to just see if he can catch him slipping with that deep crosser and maybe potentially get in the field goal range. But he snapped it fast. Nothing there, throws it away. Clef is 1 of 9 for 8 yards so far. He's not looking comfortable on offense right now, user. Before we hit half, what do you think are the things he's going to need to do to kind of really get himself right before we go into this half?
First thing he's going to have to do is come up with a stop because Dusty comes out with the ball at half.
All right. Kimmy, take it away.
All right, it is officially halftime. That means in the second half, a champion will be crowned. The current score, 0-9. Dusty, the 16-year-old, currently ahead. 3 field goals on the board. So much more to come, and there's still the second half, so CleffTheGod could sneak back and become the champion. You have to tune in and wait and see who will be crowned on the Xbox console. But first, it's time for yet another giveaway. This is our last one of the night, also the best one of the night. It's dump truck time. You can win all of these cards. Ryan Shazier, Michael Dean Perry, Dante Hall, Troy Palumalu, and Steve Jackson. The lucky winner of this dump truck is that dude Sonny. Dude Sonny, you have just won yourself this incredible dump truck. 5 players are now yours. Now, the second half is going to be kicking off here just momentarily. Kind of a low scoring one in this first half, but still a lot of game to be played. Live Lookin', brought to you by our Snickers Virtual Players Lounge. CleffTheGod, looking a little bit frazzled, but still pretty calm. Dusty completely locked in. The 16-year-old leading in the first half, 9-0. User Bugs, I'm tossing it to you guys. Very soon we will have a champion, but the question is, who is it going to be? Let's play ball, y'all.
All right, thanks, Kimmy. We got a ball game in the second half where Dusty is really kind of dominating this game. He's really kind of dominating CTG, aka the Jizzle Man right now. CTG has really struggled so far in this first half. User, what is he really going to need to do in this second half? You kind of touched on it just a bit before the end of the half, but touch on it a little bit more. What is Clef going to have to do to really kind of switch things around and win this game?
I feel like this drive is pivotal right here. Clef has to at least make sure he only lets Dusty get 3, worst case scenario. If Dusty gets 7, this could be over. Dusty hasn't really been running the ball effectively like we've been seeing in his previous game, but he's being patient and making reads and trusting his curls and hitches, having proper spacing, and I'm noticing we having a lot of dots and laser guys starting to trickle in the chat. Jay Raz, they saying, hey man, we prepared Dusty for this moment. We think he's gonna be another young phenom.
God, he has a laser over the top.
Going up top. Dusty, I tell you, he's not afraid of the moment. Dots and lasers might have a young phenom in the crew. Who knows?
I mean, he caught him with that same cover 3 bomb that he got Bam scheming with. And you see his quarterback just heave that thing down the field, and he's able to make the play. That, honest, in some shapes or forms, is almost kind of fortunate because you don't really get that pass off often in Mud Draft. That's a really tough throw to get off because he had so many bodies around him, and he was still able to chuck that thing all the way down the field. I mean, is it safe to say that Josh Allen is the best? Or no, that's not even Josh Allen. My fault. That's Tannehill.
It's Tannehill.
Amazing.
Absolutely. And CleffTheGod, fortunate for him to make that tackle right there, to make sure he doesn't give Dusty 7, because that could be night-night. It could be a 1 in the chat. You feel me, Skip?
I mean, and the thing is, if you're Dusty, what do you do? If you score a touchdown here, do you go for 2 to try to make it a 3-possession lead, or do you just go ahead and accept your 16-point game, your 2-possession, make them have to get 2 extra points or 2-point conversions?
I'm gonna go for 3. I'm gonna go for the 2-point conversion, try to make it a 3-point game if I'm Dusty and I get 6 right now.
I'm typically, in other modes, I consider it, but in MUT Draft, with it being such a defensive mode, I'm going to lean towards make them have to get 2-point conversions. But 17 definitely it ends the game, but we're not going to get that. He's going to go ahead and kick his 3. And you see he's taking every single second off this clock.
And that is what CleffTheGod needed to make sure he held Dusty to 3. Now, this right here, chat, is the drive. CleffTheGod has to go down here and get 3. The reason why it's going to take so much time off this clock, most likely when Dusty gets this ball back, it's going to be 4th quarter. So CleffTheGod cannot walk away with 3. Anything less than 7, it is GG's in the chat.
Yeah, this drive is pivotal right here for CleffTheGod. And I'm shocked that he's sticking with the trips tight end offset. He hasn't looked the best so far. Maybe he's going to start mixing in those quick curls and stuff like that. He doesn't typically do stuff like that, but we'll see right here.
Oh, good shit.
He throws it up to the crossing. Did he get both feet? He does not.
It looked like that ball was about to sail on him.
Got him on 2nd and 10. I mean, he's really struggled to really complete some passes. You're seeing now he's finally in the gun bunch. He's going to try to make things happen and just adjust out of this.
Nah, I thought he had
this is what he does. Great pocket. Almost an unfortunate pick right there.
You know, my eyes a little bit bad, you know what I'm saying? Don't tell nobody, you know, I got that cat corneas. I thought he had the streak on the right side, but it was a bag.
Yeah, I mean, we're well aware that you definitely would have threw that streak, and then Dusty would just continue the flood at this point. So now, fortunately for Clef, he can see.
Cut it out.
I like the adjustment right here by Clef. He came out in the gun bunch and then audible to the trips tight end offset. Now he's switching things up just a tad. Even if you are going to stick with the trips tight end, at least make him respect the gun bunch. There's Randy Moss in motion. Look for a potential Z spot and him possibly rolling out right here on this spot. And that's exactly the call. He has Z-spot, rolls out, tries to throw it to Randy Moss. Randy Moss hesitated for a second, but he throws a dot and he got too greedy and Rhett caught it. Made a big mistake and actually dropped the pass. He has to possession catch that. That throw was too important.
He has to possession that.
And now he's going for it once again, down 12-0, 4th and 10. I mean, this is almost 4th in the game at this point. It's still kind of early in the game, but it has those 4th in the game vibes. He throws a laser to Randy Moss on a motion.
That's a
second completion on the game.
That's a big time play. The Jizzle man is not going to come out here and just lay down and get flooded by Dusty. Ain't no way. Ain't no way, Jack.
He goes with the double move from the tight end, and it's just not there. This play is just not working for him right now. He's struggling to really get completions. 2 for 14 right now. I know Clef prides himself on being able to make reads and be an offensive player and just dot up. He's going to have to find the freestyle dot at some point soon. He has more drags on the field and just nothing open. He takes a sack on 2nd and 10. Down to 3rd and 13 at this point. I mean, Dusty is just playing great defense. I saw some of the DNL guys in the chat saying, oh, you think you're going to use our glitches on us? You think you're going to use our offense on us? It's just not going to work. And that's really kind of what it's looking like right now, user. Like, it's looking like Dusty just knows this formation too good and knows all of the dots. He's giving him trouble.
Dot, man, come on.
Dusty's looking great on defense, but CleffTheGod is not gonna lay down. You know what type of DNA that man has. He's a dog. He's a fighter.
Yeah, that's one thing about him. He's not gonna go away easily. He's not gonna just lay down and let Dusty have this game. We're going to go to the fourth quarter. Get your fours in the chat. We got Dusty versus CleffTheGod. 12-0 Dusty right now. If Dusty was able to really get touchdowns, this game would have been over a long time ago. But Clef is really keeping himself in this game just by holding him to three. Those threes are so huge for Clef.
Oh. And a lot of people saying this game is reminiscent of last time CleffTheGod was in the championship, in the challenge, facing a younger player and Noah, first time on the live stage, and Noah was able to get it done. They want to see if Dusty can do it. Will CleffTheGod once again come up short when it comes to these championship games?
And you see this great pocket right there by Clef, trying his best to extend the play. Tried to roll out, throw the ball away. He probably it looked like he took a hit with his quarterback. So really kind of keep your eye on the quarterback and whether or not he's able to make this next throw. Because in draft champs, we all know they throw kind of ducks. That was a laser.
That's a dot. Oh my goodness.
He does not get it. Once again, this goes right through his hands on second down. It was a nice little play right there.
Yeah, I would love to hear the audio right there from Clef. As you see, he's upset. He feels like that was a touchdown. We was ready to stamp it with the Snickers dot. Unfortunately, he doesn't catch it. 3rd and 10. Here we go.
And he goes with the run call again. Tries to catch him slipping on 3rd and 10. Just didn't work. And no surprise here. Clef is going for the gusto. He's going for it right here. He has to go for this call. See what he can cook up. As the tight end corner out is just not there. Nothing's really there. Dusty's showing great lurk. He's not giving them anything. He sent the zones. Clef has to throw something. Nothing's there. Another stop for Dusty on 4th down.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Dusty coming up once again with a big stop. People in the chat saying this is deja vu. We've seen this before. We've seen this before.
Yeah, he's just playing great defense. Like he said in the chat, D wins championships. If you have defense, you can win championships, and that's what's getting it done for Dusty so far. He's just playing great defense on Clef in this game. Everything has been an absolute struggle, and Clef just can't get it together. Hopefully he's thinking he has to make a mistake here.
Yeah, Gizmo, that's a great point, Boogs. How do you feel about Clef running that ball right there on 3rd and 10, trying to catch him slipping? I know if that was me, you know, you would give me all types of hell, but how do you feel about CleffTheGod with that play call, especially him being known for being a surgeon?
I think it was a great call. I really do. It's MUT draft. You got to play the mode. He doesn't expect to run there. Hit him with a run, see how maybe you get the 1st down. He got a couple read options where he got him slipping, and he was able to get 10, 15 yards. Maybe you can get him there. So I don't mind the call there because you know you're going for it on 4th down anyway.
I understand. But that's a good
there's
stop.
A difference.
What's the difference? Is CleffTheGod and is me, huh?
No, there's a difference. Clef has the ability to dot, so he knows that, okay, I can run the ball here and then cook up a dot on 4th down. You just know you can't dot, and so you're just gonna run because you're blind in one eye, which is fine. You know, you just gotta know who you are as a Madden player.
Oh my goodness! Just when I thought you was about to give me a pass, there you go. But look, CleffTheGod came up with a big stop. He still has all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. If he can get 7 before a minute, maybe minute 15. He still possibly has a chance because he has all 3 timeouts.
Yeah, that's really the biggest thing for him. He has to really kind of maintain and keep these 3 timeouts right here as best as he can. As we hit the 2-minute warning, 2nd and 9 for Clef, he's going to have to cook up something because it's tough for him right now. Every yard is he's just fighting and scratching and clawing for every single yard right now.
Dusty trying to put this thing away. And he's been blitzing Clef all day long, sending the pressure, making sure Clef does not have time just to do whatever he wants.
And expect to see Clef. He might hurry up here, and he might just snap the ball. Don't be surprised if he just snaps something to try to maintain as much time as he can. He does just that, snaps it, gets a couple routes out. You don't have to just throw something. Throws up the delay fade, doesn't get it.
It's that pocket dead eye. I know he wish he had. but
Yeah,
no abilities out here.
That's the gift and the curse of MUT Draft. You don't have the ability, so you aren't going to have that ability to save your bacon right there and guarantee you the perfect accuracy on that spot. It sucks sometimes. You just gotta just wipe it off, keep moving, and go on to the next play.
Yeah, I would say this is a shocker, but the way Dusty has been playing all day today, I knew no matter who came out between Clef and Drini, Dusty was going to give them a hell of a game because he's been playing great run defense and being real smart and spacing and efficient on offense. You know, that's a recipe to win a championship.
And the thing is, this game is not over. If he can get 7 on this drive and hold on to these 3 timeouts and get it within at least the next 20 seconds, I think it puts a lot of pressure on Dusty. Does Dusty make the mistake and throw a pick and try to end the game and throw Clef back into the game?
I mean, it's tough. You saying 20, you saying about 50 seconds after kickoff, 40s, then burning the plays. Screamer. Oh, yeah. That could be GG's with that intention.
It's the intentional grounding that might just about do it for Clef. That's a tough break right there. 3rd and 21 at the 45-yard line. It's going to be tough to really kind of make something happen, make something shake on this spot. Dusty's not going to make it easy for him.
Definitely not going to make it easy for him. And CleffTheGod, you know, putting on a great run, upsetting Drini. It's tough to see him, you know. You want to see him finish the job, and he spoke about that in the interview with Kimmy. Yeah, you know, I got to make sure I stay focused, and he's under pressure. Here it is. He's going to chuck it up.
And that might be GG's. Does not get it. 4th and 21.
Yeah,
I know you guys is already saying it's GG, but 4th and 21. You don't get it.
Africa.
You can throw those in. You can actually throw them in the chat.
Yeah,
I've seen crazy things happen. 4th in Africa.
That's compliments to Noah.
All right. You already know what's coming here. Moss is going to be on the street. He's going to have the crosser. You see Dusty's already on it. He has the crosser manned up. Doesn't matter. The crosser just fries him. He's really going to just rely on a playmaker. Does he get it?
And
does not. It's going to be GG's in the chat. CleffTheGod, I think he's going to tap.
Oh, he's tapping.
Oh, and Dusty waves at the camera and says bye-bye. That'll do it. We got a ball game 12-0.
Wow.